Welcome to Module 5, FBX Progression, Modification, and FBX Women. So let's start with FBX Progression and the first lecture, and this lecture is all about beginners. So who is a beginner? Well, there are types of beginner. The first type, who haven't weight trained before, ever. They join the gym for the first time, no matter their age. The second type is an eternal one. They're never consistent with their workouts. They work out for 2 months, then leave for another 2. Then they somehow motivate themselves to work out for 1 month and then leave for another 6 months. So with the second type, I highly recommend to start with beginner's routine. Well, you don't need to go for 3 to 6 months. Just 2 to 4 weeks of beginner's routine should suffice. So let's discuss the characteristics of a workout routine for beginners. Now guys, weight training is a skill, and like any other sport, you need to train your neuromuscular system so that your muscles fire in correct sequence. Weight training is not rocket science. Learn the techniques, invest time in focusing on compound movements using dumbbells and barbells instead of machines. Because if you listen to your trainer, he will probably ask you to do machines because of the ease of use. Don't get used to machines, because after a few months you will be so used to it that chances are high that you may start fearing compound lifts like military presses, squats and trap bar deadlifts. And then probably you may never do that because of the fear of getting injured, which is not true. Now, you may still build muscle and lose fat, as working out on machines does burn calories, but then in that process, in long term, you will create muscle imbalances. Your stabilizing muscles will never be worked out, and this may potentially lead to an injury. So don't worry about anything else like adding more weights, etc. Just make sure that you completely concentrate on learning the compound exercises using free weights. Next, full body routines 3 times a week. Virtually every expert will agree on this point. Trust me on this. There are very, very few things that experts in fitness industry agree on, and working out with full body routines for beginners is one of them. Working out with full body routines 3 times a week will prevent overtraining. This way you don't overtax your muscular and nervous system, which then accelerate your body's recovery abilities that allow you to build a good foundation. Now let's discuss the sets, reps, tempo, total volume and exercises for beginners. So first 3 months, you start with 1 set of each exercise with a weight you can handle 15 reps in perfect form. You will then slowly progress by increasing weights until you're performing 12 reps in a set and never going below 12 reps. The tempo of the reps needs to be controlled, and it should take around 4 to 5 seconds to complete 1 rep. That's the tempo. Remember, for beginner, the focus should be on the muscles being worked and to learn the movement. Don't worry about the weight too much. Most of the movement will be compound in nature, that is squats, trap bar deadlifts, military press, dips and pull-ups. I've added 1 exercise each for biceps and triceps, as beginners are very excited to train their arms. The rest interval will not be more than 2 minutes, and the complete workout, including warm-up and cool-down, should not take more than 45 minutes each session. Although it may take more time when you're spending time to learn the movement first. So just don't be embarrassed to hold the empty barbell when doing squats or the lightest dumbbell on the rack. Leave your ego outside the gym, and in the long term, trust me, it will serve you very well. Now, once you're done with 3 months of consistent training with phase 1 beginner's workout routine, then move to phase 2 by increasing the number of sets for each exercise to 2. Reduce the reps to 10 to 12. Rest everything will be the same. Stick with phase 2 for another 3 months. And now you will be ready to become an intermediate after 6 months of consistent weight training. And when pursued with a good diet, you can easily gain 10 to 15 pounds of muscle with this routine. And lastly, besides building lean muscle, the other benefits of this kind of training system are immense. Firstly, you establish a solid foundation for more years to come. You prevent overtraining. You understand and learn the important skill of how to perform key compound exercises. You don't overtax your nervous system, and you accelerate your body's recovery abilities that allow you to build good amount of lean mass. All right, so this was for beginners, and in the next lecture we shall discuss intermediates.